Huge IQ, great performance in the Marines, but you gave up. Drugs, petty crime, never had a job.
Who are you? Your father saved my life.
This is they said, okay, you know what, today James Bond, he's doing that serious shit now. James Bond wants to be real. James Bond wants to be down to earth.
But what happened to the classic James Bond, who always wore a suit, was a gentleman, knew how to order a martini, speak several languages,
and was goofy as shit?
Yeah,
you know,
at times
that James Bond where he had the gadgets, he fought true supervillains where they had henchmen with powers and crazy appendages. What happened to that shit? Well, as we see, Daniel Craig is taking it over, and they're trying to do something new with James Bond, and I don't blame him. I love that, but there's a part of me that does miss that kind of real crazy,
James Bond.
Look at that, like I said, that goofy James Bond. Well, that's all right, no, because now we have the Kingsman, the Secret Service. And with this, now you have in this movie a guy named Gary Eggsy Unwin, and he's just a regular hoodlum growing up in a South London housing project who gets into a little trouble with the law, which is probably the best thing to happen in his life. See, his late father worked for the Secret Service, and sacrificing his life earned his son, that he never saw again, a favor. So later on, a few years later, when Eggsy gets in trouble, he calls in a favor, and he finds himself recruited into a life that will eventually leave the fate of the world in his little thuggish ass hands. And I gotta tell you, man, when I look at this, now I said to myself, and the thing you got to keep in mind here is that this is based on a comic by
it was written by Mark Miller, drawn by Dave Gibbons, who drew The Watchmen. But Matthew Vaughn was a co-creator on this comic.
That's what I read.
Yeah,
I read.
But it was a 6-issue series.
Yeah, I think it came out in 2012.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this cover right here, Martin, and the same thing goes for the movie. Now, when I saw the trailer for this, and I'm especially looking at this cover right now, Martin, what do we see on the cover right there?
We see a British thug holding the gun.
Yeah, white dude.
Yeah,
looking kind of like a British Eminem.
Yeah,
holding his gun sideways.
Right.
You know what I hate more than wiggers?
British wiggers.
British wiggers. I hate I hate them old British ass wiggers. Cause see over here, and if y'all don't know what a wigger is, it's a white. You filling the N word for yourself right there. But over here, our wiggers, now we know they're ignorant. You know, cause they used to know, yo, son, what's up, homie? Yo, dog, yo, dog, and we know that's some stupid shit.
Yeah.
But them wiggers over there in Britain, they still all that got that pip cheerio.
They don't have any of that.
hand me your wallet.
Governor. It's all that chav and cockney.
Oh, you know what it is.
To the point where you're like, I don't know what the fuck he just said. Yeah. I gotta be honest. Even with this movie, there's a lot of it where I was like, subtitles, please.
You know what? They don't do that pip cheerio. You know, they do all that.
Oh, Mike.
All right, Mike. All right, where you going, Mike? All right, come here and fuck that face, mate, Mike. You want to fuck that fight, Mike? Oh, the fuck you just said, man?
Was that English?
Yeah. Are you drunk right now? Oh, you want to take a piss right, mate? You know, what you say, Mike?
I want to say yeah, but I don't know if that's gonna make him want to fight more or not.
Yes. Fuck him. Oh, shit. You know, and Martin's right. Now, in the movie, you have Colin Firth as Harry Hart, and Harry Hart, he's one of those guys. Now we got the Cockney guys out there. You know, almost some of you British people say London is gone to shit because these chavs have taken it over.
Right.
But no, not Mr. Hart. Mr. Hart, he's got style. He wears a suit. He carries himself well.
He has manners.
Even when he has manners. Even when people are fucking with him, he says, "You know what? I'm a gentleman, but you must be taught and listen." And the biggest thing I like about it is that he can understand what the fuck they're saying.
Right.
There's a scene in a bar that you just saw right there. He goes in, tries to talk to little Eggsy and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm here to help you get your life straight. Oh, but I can see how much you need help because I'm sitting down for you with 5 minutes.
Right.
And already you got people here who want to beat your ass."
What are you doing here?
Come on. Nonsense, we haven't finished our drinks.
You nicked his car. Dean says you're fair game.
Listen, boys,
I've had a rather emotional day, so whatever your beef with Eggsy is, I'd appreciate it enormously if you could just leave us in peace until I finish this lovely pint of Guinness.
Now, he did ask nicely.
Yeah.
You should get out of the way, Granddaddy. You'll get hurt and all.
He ain't joking. You should go.
Excuse me.
If you're looking for another rent boy, they're on the corner of Smith Street.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
It's only because I read the comic and reread it that I knew what he said.
But you know what? I don't know what he said, but whatever it was, Colin Firth did not like it. It's almost like Colin Firth, like, what the fuck you just
It's
said to
like,
me?
I was gonna leave too.
Until you said that shit. Whatever it was.
Manners maketh man. Do you know what that means? Then let me teach you a lesson.
Ooh.
You appreciate that James Bond like music?
Are we
Yes.
going to fight?
Fuck you. knock that bitch off his legs, man. And eggs are like, damn. I gotta tell you, man. You look at that clip right there. Now, Colin Firth is 54 years old. And one of the things that this movie does well is, and you got to keep in mind that Colin Firth is 54 years old, because you look at the action in this, and the incredible thing about it is that it does something that, Martin, you complain about a lot. This movie overcomes something that you complain about a lot. This is some of the most gorgeous action I have ever seen. I mean, seriously, a long time.
It's very hyper stylized, but it works.
But it's clear.
Yeah, it is.
And the thing is, you're looking at Colin Firth, man, and I mentioned his age. Now, 54 is really not old today.
No.
But still, you look at Colin Firth and you would not expect him to be doing his own stunts like this, his own fight choreography. But it's clear, it's him. This is not a stuntman doing this most of the time. This action it's stylized, it's choreographed like a ballet, and you can see all the action clearly.
Are you sure it's him? Because like you put an actor, have him in glasses, you could switch in a stuntman wearing glasses and the same wig, and it moving fast like that, it can be very convincing.
You know what? I thought about that in that particular scene right there, but there's another scene in the movie where, like, I'm usually kind of after a certain level of violence, and we've received several scenes of it in a movie, especially this movie right here. You get a lot of scenes of violence. When I usually get to a certain threshold where I say I'm kind of done with it.
Right.
But the violence in this movie, like, again, it's so stylized and it's so beautiful that I was blown away by it. I looked at this like it was a piece of art.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was, and there's a scene in here where Colin Firth takes out a whole church of homophobes and racists and conservative backwoods country hillbilly
Pretty
people.
much just a church.
Yeah, a southern church. Why am I going into detail any further than that? And when you see that scene right there, I was looking at that to see if it was. Now maybe they did something, maybe it's not, but they do a good enough job to where they make it look like.
Well, the thing is, it's so they get the computer in there to make everything very hyper stylized, but it's so unique. It's like, okay, it's done this way. We know it's been enhanced, it's been manipulated, but it's so cool and fresh and just has its own touch in how it does it.
Oh yeah,
it's like a moving piece of art. You're like, I'm with you. I'm like, man, so many scenes of violence. After a while, I'm just kind of numb to it. I'm like, yeah, move on to the story. But that was like, this you have to stop and take note of. You just want to like when it's done, you're kind of breathing hard. You want to go like, hey, I'm sorry, everybody. Can you rewind that? Just let me watch that one more time.
You were like that. I'm telling you something. It is so much like a ballet. I said, you know what? If they actually kill people in real life this way, I would be for the death penalty. I don't even care if you did anything wrong or not. If you can kill anybody, I'm like, if murder was that beautiful, I would condone it. I'd be like, man, I'm cool with that. And besides the action, the greatest thing that I can say about this movie, it does. I think it does this amazing achievement of being able to be a satire and a parody, but at the same time having enough respect for its source material to where they made a good movie.
Yeah, I like I said, I went back and reread it before coming over here tonight, and I was like, wow, it really pulls a lot of stuff just straight out of the book.
When you really know your James Bond movies, and I have to be honest with you, they made a reference to another genre of spy film that I don't really know. I thought they did.
Which one?
It was, I don't know. I think there's other spy films that they referenced, and I haven't seen those. But I do, look, I know James Bond. I love James Bond. And they managed to make that old 60s sci-fi version or fantasy version of a James Bond movie, and they make a legitimate James Bond movie without James Bond in it.
Yeah.
But if anybody remembers the Pierce Brosnan age where they got crazy with the gadgets and the villains, like Die Another Day, which I thought was a little bit way over the top. James Bond couldn't even get that right, if you ask me. This movie took what they tried to do in that era of Pierce Brosnan and actually got it right. I think they made a real film. What they instead of sitting up here and saying, "Hey, look, we're going to take these tropes and poke fun at it, and get you to laugh at it," they say we're going to take these tropes and we're going to make somewhat of a comedy, but we're still going to make a real spy film.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it. You can float on an Austin Powers kind of thing only so long.
Yeah, exactly, and I respect the movie for that. I think that it holds up. What the test here is that you don't have to see any of those James Bond movies.
No, you don't.
To watch this and not appreciate it. You might even get a bigger treat if you watch it and go back and see some of the influences for a movie like this. And I'm glad that they went ahead and made it rated R.
Oh, yeah. Had
this been done about 5 years ago, 6 to 7 years ago, they would have tried to whittle this down so that they could get a PG-13.
Yeah, I think it's fun to watch this and see how far Matthew Vaughn has come since making Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass, yeah.
Because that was another book written by Mike Millar, which I was worried that this would end up leaving me feeling like that. It's like, well, it started out being what it was supposed to be and then just kind of turned into something else. But this stays true to itself pretty much all the way through. And this is one of my favorite Samuel Jackson roles. He's a villain again, but he's not screaming like usual. I don't know if you have a clip of what he does.
You know what? They didn't give me one.
It's better to not know. It's like when he first comes on, he first talks. That's a big moment of like, okay, that's kind of awesome.
And you know what? Let me because that's where you and I disagree. I like Samuel Jackson in the movie, and let me see if I can find him. Now, Samuel Jackson looking crazy right there.
That's his face. He can't help it.
That's that Samuel Jackson that you think, oh shit, he's gonna whoop my ass right now. But let me see if I can turn it up and see if you can hear some of his dialogue right, because they didn't give me a clip of it at all. They didn't give me a Samuel Jackson clip.
If you get blood on the carpet, you have to take the carpet up. Can't stand the sight of blood.
If you listen carefully, he's talking with a little bit of a lisp, and that kind of bothered me. It was a one-note joke that kind of got to me after a while.
No, I thought it was going to be a one-note joke, but he owned it. I was like, hey, this is cool.
Man, honestly, I really don't know.
I feel like Samuel Jackson can't do anything that's going to please you at this point.
Martin, I got to tell you, I really don't know. And let me, I'm going to make a point right here. Now, let me just bear with me for a moment.
All right.
Now, everybody in the movie, eventually at some point, they're getting nice clothes. Got Colin Firth walking around in a nice suit. Everybody's all regal, and they have this pride about themselves when they walk around. They carry themselves very well. And then you got Samuel Jackson, who's dressed like this. You know, Samuel Jackson is dressed like a 13-year-old from 1991.
Yeah, he's an internet billionaire. That's perfect.
You know what? What's his name was an internet billionaire too? Steve Jobs. He didn't dress like this shit.
Yeah, but he got cancer.
Well, Mark, what's his name from Facebook?
Zuckerberg?
Mark Zuckerberg. He don't dress like this shit. See,
You
Mark,
don't know that?
I've seen him enough to know he don't dress like that.
You just see him on magazine covers.
Martin, here's the deal. This makes me a little nervous right here. See, this is why black people can't get raises. But
he's the owner. He's the billionaire. He ain't no employee. If he's an employee, he's showing up dressed like that.
He looks like Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav got 80 years old. I'm sorry, man. My thing with this is that you got people. If you look at the trailer, you see him. But I'm looking at a picture of him right now where he's wearing a pink jacket with loud orange baseball cap put to the side. Hold on, Martin. And he's got on a popped collar orange polo shirt. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, see, this is what white people think black people would do if they came into $1 billion.
No,
that's why they don't want us. That's why, and I can't blame looking at that shit. That's what they say. Look at him.
He's a flamboyant character. I mean, he's a James Bond villain. He's flamboyant. That's one point, man. He had on a pink shirt and another shirt on top of that, and a pink shirt on top of that. I was like, God damn, he's got more shirts than Boy George.
Martin, the thing is I'm looking at this, and that's what people think. They say, see, give a Negro $1 billion, and that's what he's going to do.
Destroy the world.
Spend it on fucking loud-ass clothes and baseball caps, and can't even dress like this, period. It's some silly shit. He plays Valentine, and he is a super villain. He wants world domination because he thinks that humans are a virus, and that, it's a whole environmental message behind this. And then, that's to tell you something about the movie, too. I can see Fox Network trying to pick this up because the movie leans more left than right. I mean, it makes fun of a lot of conservatives and Republicans and whatnot. But then right when you think it's going that way, it's really a movie that prides itself on not being very PC, and they want to make sure to make fun of everybody. And so they're kind of making fun of the environmentalists, too, by making Samuel Jackson a crazy environmentalist who thinks that, if I just destroy most of the population of the earth will flourish again. And that whole list thing, I just didn't, because he's a guy that hates violence, and so they want to like reinforce that character by showing that he's kind of a wuss by talking with a lisp. And I thought that's kind of funny at first, but then after a while I was like, shit.
Well, if he dropped the lisp later, then you'd have been like, man, he couldn't even hold that.
I don't even know why I'm talking about Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson just takes pride in being in anything that he can to scare white people. Fucking Lakeview Terrace right there. Hey, you pay the black toll tonight. This shit right. He made another movie, man, that was on Netflix. I told you about it. It was a movie where his sole purpose for being there was to pop out of nowhere and scare white people. He followed Luke Wilson around.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
The movie's called Meeting Evil. He's the evil in it. Really pops up out of nowhere to say, I'm the scared black guy. Samuel Jackson he likes fucking with white people, man.
He does.
He really does.
Why are you trying to step on him for that? He's providing a service. He's the anti-magical Negro.
Because he's hurting us. That's why. God damn, your frog looking ass right now. Take them goddamn glasses off. Look like a rapping toad right there. But
These for all the white people who go like, oh great, you're here, you're gonna give me some down home common sense knowledge, help me get my life back together, and then you'll just fade away. And he like, no,
I'm here, brother, I'm here. Where you going? I'm going there too. I bet my other complaint with this is that shit, the movie has it really does have like the people in the film. It carries itself with dignity, and that's why it's able to make fun of those tropes and also pay respect to it at the same time. Which is why later on in the film, near the end of it, when it starts to just go all nuts, I think that's when it kind of just gets into a immature level that I don't really like. That's when you get your sex jokes that come out there, cheap sex jokes. That's when your action gets a little bit too crazy. That's when things feel like they get rushed along for the purpose of just telling the story and getting in there before the movie ends. And I thought that the ending felt a little more incoherent than the strong, I would say, about 70% of the film.
Okay, I didn't think you were going to have anything bad to say about it, but I completely agree with you.
Really?
I mean, yeah,
really? Okay.
Yeah. No, the things that are strong, I think, are really strong. Like I was amazed by how well they were done, and that's pretty much all the scenes with Samuel Jackson or Colin Firth.
Yeah.
The stuff with Gary and his training, there was a point in the middle where I felt like, man, I had so much momentum when this started, and now I feel like I'm wanting to just tell it, all right, come on, let's move on forward. I'm kind of not like in that happy place I was just a little while ago.
Yeah.
But and then in the end, yeah, where it goes bananas and it gets really sloppy. It's like it doesn't finish nearly as strong as it was, and like this, all this stuff that was happening before. It's like, wow, it was going on such a great roll that it's ending in a place that's just kind of typical.
Yeah.
We see so many of the movies where at the end everything's blowing up. People are running around. People are getting shot at but not hit. Yeah, the cheap sex jokes. And it's too bad it didn't finish as strong.
And one of the reasons why it's like that is because it's got a very strong cast in it too. I mean, you have people in there like Michael Caine, and when you have people like Michael Caine and even Mark Strong, like Michael Caine plays one of the elders, Kingsman. Yeah. Kind of the head of the secret agency, and Mark Strong is kind of the trainer for everyone.
Yeah, he's what, Q?
He's Q pretty much for everybody. Yeah. And you have the strong supporting cast right there, and that adds a little legitimacy to the story. So near the end, when those characters are either diminished to a smaller role or you just don't see them anymore, it seems like they kind of took the story with them too.
Right.
And so, overall, I'll say this. For what it was able to pull off for most of the film, this is a hard R. I'm talking about heads exploding, limbs being chopped off. I'm talking about, like, again, if you want to get to graphic sex jokes, they have that in there too. But I was amazed at how they kept that balance in there with being able to tell a story with pretty decent character development, and for as silly as the plot is, for kind of keeping it interesting. And that's the scene I'm talking about with the church right there. Look how gorgeous that is, man. But I think that it worked more than it didn't. And so that's why I would give this, I'm giving it a full price, man. I had a fun time in there.
Yeah,
it's a low full price.
It was fun. I wrestled with that, with low full price. I think I come more to a really high matinee, just because those places where it was kind of leaving me hanging. Did you this? It's also doing that thing where it's like all the spy stuff is really cool, but there's also that element of YA novels. The YA novel adaptations, because it's Eggs' story, and every time it's on Eggs' story, it's once again, hey, you were down, but you're that one that's chosen. You were the one. You're the one who's special.
Do you know I wish I looked at IMDb and I copied names, and they did not give me the name of this kid. Do you know the name of this actor?
He did not look familiar to me.
He's not the kid that plays Eggsy in this, and I swear to you, I had IMDb up, and he's listed way low, so I didn't get the name copied here. But he's a new talent.
Okay,
I think he's a newcomer to the business, and I got to say, that kid's a leading man right there. He held it together for a lot of the film.
He's such a leading man that it didn't really fit to have him to be as thuggish or as low class from that area. Like, he's a little too handsome and speaks a little too well. He's trying, but he's not quite there.
That's the thing that I wanted with this character. Like, they want him to be kind of a thug.
Yeah.
But no, the bullies come up to him and they say, "Oh, what are you doing there, Eggsy?" And he's like, "Guys, I don't really want to talk. Let's go." Man, what? Punch this son of a bitch, man. Yeah. He gets home.
His trainers are new. All his clothes are clean.
Yeah. He gets home. Mom is, fucking around with him. He's like, "Oh, that's okay, Mom. I'm still going to be respectful." Son. His stepdad gets up. I want to punch the fuck out of you, boy. And he's like, "Yeah, I probably brought that on myself. I'm not going to cause any trouble." I was like, "Damn, Eggsy, you from the hood or not?"
I know.
He leaves and he's like the mama when he leaves, kisses the baby. "Oh, look at you. You're so big." I'm like, "Damn, you are the biggest punk-ass thug I've ever seen, man. You ain't no wigger."
Especially later when they talk about, "Oh, yeah, your military training in the Marines." And you're like, what? He looks like he's like 17.
Yeah, I know.
I don't understand.
Was he in the Marines for like 2 hours?
Right.
Before they realized he was too young to be there? He's a fucking kid, man. He's a good kid, but he ain't no real thug. You ain't no real thug.
Yeah, ain't no real thug.
Yeah, you ain't from the hood.
It diminishes the point somewhat. Did you notice this? How the movie is very bloody because people, limbs are getting cut off and all this. Yet that one scene where a dude gets cut in half, there's no blood at all.
I saw that, yeah.
Because it's early in the movie, and it had me going like, is this going to be one of those?
Man, there's a movie where there's a part in the movie. I'm not going to tell you which it is or who it is, but there's a guy who gets cut in half, and I've noticed this about. I've noticed that about a lot of movies. I've seen that effect before, where people get cut in half, and I think that they're so in love with the effect, like they want you to see the blood. I mean, they want you to see the organs and everything, that they say, you know what, blood would just get in the way. I mean, you chop somebody in half like that, blood's gonna be everywhere.
And the thing is, okay, I get it because they want to show the effect. I totally understand that. But later, you see the two halves on the floor, and there's not even any blood around those two halves. And I'm like,
you know what I thought? And this is the only thing I can think of. Well, for one thing, they fucked up.
Yeah,
that makes no sense. Let's just go with that. I'm not going to try to make sense of this. But the other thing is, I thought, well, maybe the blades that he was cut with, they were hot.
They were hot, and they cauterized the wound.
Cauterized him while they went down. You know, and I just said, all right, you know what? I got two ways of thinking about this. If the movie's bad, I'm gonna say they just fucked up. If the movie's good, I'll let you see.
Give him a pass.
I'll give him a pass on that.
Speaking of which, who's the girl?
The girl, you know what? I have no idea who the girl is in this.
I didn't want to stick around to see the credits because we had to come in and record, and I didn't get a chance to look her up.
Are you talking about the girl with the knives?
Yeah.
Oh, her name. Let me see if I can find a picture of her. Her name is Sophia Boutella. In the movie she plays the character Gazelle because she actually has no feet. She has blades on her feet, and that's what she uses to cut. Those
kind of Oscar Pistorius running blades, except they're actual knives.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find a picture because she is a beautiful girl, man. I don't know if I've seen her in anything before.
That's the whole time. I was like, well, you say her name, she didn't sound familiar.
She don't sound familiar.
But I wonder if she's been in something.
You know, here's the funny thing about her. I looked at her and I said, she's hot, but she got kind of a mannish face on her.
Oh yeah, she does. The whole time I'm looking at her, I'm like, yeah, she's beautiful, but at the same time, is she though? Like I was back and forth.
Let me ask you something, Martin. Again, people, the girl's name I'm looking at right here is Sophia Boutella. Martin, you a fan of the Three Stooges, right?
Sure.
Now tell me if you didn't give her like a chili bowl haircut right there.
She's almost got one.
She would look like Mo in drag right now.
Well, yeah.
And Martin's thinking about that because he's like, well, shit, then I had to fuck Mo if that's the case. Martin don't want to answer, you know?
It's her chin that's mannish.
She looks like a boxer, man.
Because it's a bold chin with a cleft in it.
Yeah,
she's like Superman.
Yeah, she got that man chin on her.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, like I turn that shit.
I know, exactly.
Yeah, what the hell am I talking about? Of course, shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Like you actually say no to that. Yeah, she could be a man for all you know, and you still do it. Oh, Martin, you know what?
What's that?
You know, I'm not gonna even hide it, man. I used to try to fuck with you, but you know what's coming.
I know.
You know what's coming.
I know what it is.
We're at the.
I know and you know.
You know and I know. So, Martin, what's the use of even trying to mess with you, Martin? You know it's time for you to win a gold star right here, Martin. Time for you to win a gold star for one more. Lucky. How's that, Martin? I like the way you keep clawing. He's gonna catch that gold star. He's gonna catch that gold star one day. I like the way Martin look at the TV.
Why pawing at it?
I should call this time to fuck with Martin. But time to get another contestant on, a lucky contestant or an unlucky contestant based on what the outcome is going to be this evening. And everybody kept telling me to get Sombra. Get Sombra, get Sombra, get Sombra. Sombra. And I think Sombra has
left the building.
No, we have Sombra right here. Sombra Nanya Business. Now I don't know. I know that's not their real name, but I don't know if this is a male or a female. Let's call and see. I want to think that Nanya is kind of a take on a female's name, so I'm gonna hope that we actually get a female caller right here.
Wait, Sombra's real name is Nanya?
Apparently. Oh no, I don't know what the fuck this person is. I don't know.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, see, I'm good.
Very nice voice.
I'm good. Sombra.
Hey.
Hi.
Now Sombra.
You laugh like Penelope Pitstop.
Sounds like Betty Rubble. You remember Betty Rubble?
Yeah.
Hey, how old are you, Sombra?
I'm 22.
22. You sound 12.
I was going to say 12.
I was going to say take your little ass to bed.
Exactly. It's a school night.
It's a school night. What you doing up here hanging around with these guys right here? Your daddy wouldn't like that. But you're all right. You're legit. You are of age.
Yes.
Okay, all
think.
right. Then we can play with you tonight. And Sombra, now is that your real name?
It is Nodish. It's my name translated into Spanish.
Oh, what's your real name?
Yeah, what's your real name?
Shadow.
Shadow?
Shadow?
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not talking about your stripper name. We're talking about your real name. What's your real name?
Fine, Cinnamon.
This girl ain't got no fucking real name.
I know.
She must work for the Secret Service.
Right.
We ain't gonna get no real name out of
It's
her.
not a real name. You guys are so mean.
It's
Don't tell nobody.
it is Shadow?
It is Shadow.
Okay. Well, everybody welcome to the stage, Shadow on stage 1. Woo!
Bring it on.
All right, Shadow. We're going to see if we can stuff some money into your underwear tonight.
Do it.
We got a game for you. Now, I didn't describe the game to Martin just yet, but Shadow, I don't know if you were watching the show, but we were reviewing the Kingsman, our Kingsman Secret Service. Well, she sounds so sexy. Look like,
Sexy calling first.
So you like the older guys, huh?
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
See?
Uh-oh. Well, I guess I best win this here.
Yeah. Oh, now Martin's really going to try for you. Hope you're going to get something out of it. You got a boyfriend, Sombra? A Shadow?
Nope, sure don't.
Sure don't. Ooh. Sombra, where you calling from?
Temple, Texas, actually.
Temple? That's right down the street.
Shit, I can just go like that and be over in Temple, girl. You better not ever let me come your way.
That's right. You got to pass that to go to Waco.
I got a brother in Temple. Hey, Shadow, you might be getting a knock on your door one day.
And the police to follow right after that.
Hey, I'll see you in an hour. But Sombra, let's go ahead and get on with this game right here. Now, Martin,
yes,
we just got through reviewing Kingsman, the Secret Service, and it deals with a young man who was brought in by a shadowy organization, or at least an organization that no one else sees.
A shadowy organization?
I didn't mean that, but hey, look, girl, I threw a little something at you. Hey, look at that. Even when I'm not talking about you, I'm still thinking about you. Now, what I have here 5 characters who are also brought into their own organizations that no one ever sees.
Oh, okay.
Only until you're brought into it.
Okay.
Now, when they're brought in, they're given their first day starter kit.
Okay.
I'm going to give you an item or 2 or 3 from the starter kit. And based on what these people were given, you're going to have to tell me what movie that organization is in.
You're shitting me.
I'm not shitting you. I will if you like me to, though. You know, we
Okay.
just got through watching 50 Shades of Grey. I can get 50 Shades of Brown on your
All
ass.
right.
You want me to?
Sombra, I just want to apologize to you ahead of time. You see what he's setting me up for right now.
It sounds
I
complicated.
got faith in you, Martin.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Shadow or Sombra. Which one you want to go by? Which one would you like me to go by? 'Cause I'm-
I'll go for Shadow.
Go for
Someone
Shadow.
English.
Okay.
Shadow, all right.
Shadow. It's not as hard as you think it is, and I think Martin might actually have a chance at this. So let's go ahead and start out with our first day starter kit. Martin.
All right.
Here we go, Martin. Welcome. Your first day starter kit includes a wand and a broomstick. Welcome. Your first day starter kit starts out with a wand and a broomstick. You laughing like you know something, Shadow. Martin just wrote it down. So, Shadow, you want to tell us what you think that this answer is?
That has to be Harry Potter.
It has to be. Don't have to be shit if I don't want it to be. But I don't know, Martin. Martin, does it have to be Harry Potter?
I hope it is.
Well, Martin, if Shadow says it's got to be Harry Potter and you say it's got to be Harry Potter, then, Martin, that's just what it got to be. It is Harry Potter. Yay! Now, with Harry Potter, you know he goes to Hogwarts. No one else can see Hogwarts except for those people who get invited. And when you get there, you get certain items, like you get your wand and you get your broomstick, amongst other things.
Look, they gave me one of these.
Hey, look.
And they drew a Z on my head.
Yeah, I'm going to stick this right up my ass when I go to my room. Now, I know I'm being nasty, Shadow. I'm sorry. Let me get nice. You see, Martin, you see how easy this is?
I see how easy that first one was.
Oh, Martin, let's continue.
Like a New Orleans shell game.
Oh, no. Hey, Martin, you won the last game. You're good at this.
All
I think you're good at this. You know, you're beginning to catch my vibe now. You and I are thinking alike now. I might have to get harder on you, but right now, I think you're okay. Martin, here's our second one. Welcome. Your first day starter kit includes 1 black trench coat and 1 free karate lesson. Welcome. Your first day starter kit includes 1 black trench coat and 1 free karate lesson. Martin writing down something. I think he wrote down Black Belt Jones. What do you think this is, Shadow?
Is it the Matrix?
I don't know, Martin. You tell me. Martin said it's the Matrix. You know, y'all teaming up on me tonight. If you say it and Martin says it, then fine, okay? It's the Matrix, all right? It is the Matrix. If anybody remembers the first Matrix, Neo, played by Keanu Reeves, he was brought into the reality of things. Lawrence Fishburne brought him in and showed him what was really up, brought him into outside of the Matrix so he could see inside clearly. And when you go in there, you get cool suits, like a black trench coat and some shades, and then
leather.
You get a lot of leather. You get plugged into a computer and you get to learn karate and kung fu. So there you go. It looks like he's about to go in 50 Shades of Grey right now, don't it? About to fuck the shit out of somebody. Tie your ass up. All right. Let's go ahead and get into our next one. You're doing well. Doing very well.
All right. We'll see.
All right, let's go to our next one right here. Welcome. Your first day starter kit includes 1 pair of sunglasses and 1 black suit. Your first day starter kit includes 1 pair of sunglasses. What the hell are you laughing about, girl? You must be high tonight.
I knew this one was going to be on here.
Of course you do.
She's just happy.
She's just happy. Well, you know, I'd rather be happy.
I'm very happy.
I can see that.
I bet you're always happy.
I am.
You know what? I bet you're fun to get drunk.
Yep.
No, actually, I'm a mean drunk.
Oh.
You know, it's usually those happy people.
Yeah.
They get drunk. That's those people want to fight.
Yeah.
Start
yeah.
shit.
They save it till then.
Yeah.
Everything that's bugging you now, you just laugh about and just store it in a hard little ball. Ugh.
Well, Martin, let's see. Let's try to let's not make her angry right now.
Right.
Martin, what is your answer? Man in Black. Was that your answer too, Shadow?
It was.
You know what? I'm gonna not give you that for lying. You know that wasn't it. Yeah, no, you knew what it was. Yes, it was. We are the Men in Black. Galaxy Martin knows the word.
No, I didn't know if you were going to keep going.
Oh, okay, yeah, let me go. Galaxy Defenders. We are the Men in Black. Shadow is a winner. You got 3 right. Yeah. Now, Shadow, you know I've been having a lot of fun with you. I've been having a lot of fun with you tonight. You know what? You can take your prize. You got 3. All you needed was 3 out of that. You can take your prize and you can leave now. But Shadow, I've been having so much fun with you. I really want you to stay around and play the all or nothing round. I really hope that you can stick around and do that.
Well, seems to be tradition not to run at this point, so I guess I'll stick around.
Come on, you like older guys. We're you know, we're
you don't
fun.
get no older than us.
Yeah, you know, we're good. We ain't Colin Firth level, but you know, we'll get there one day. Hey, all right, she's gonna stick around then.
All
okay,
right.
now this next one is all or nothing, Martin.
All right,
and then even if she gets that
I thought
wrong,
that was the 5th one.
she has a chance to redeem herself. What you say, girl?
I thought that was the 5th one that was all or nothing.
No.
We're gonna do it on this one, and then you can try to redeem yourself with the 5th one last way. I'll show you what that is if we get this wrong.
Okay.
If we get this wrong. All right, Martin, are you ready?
Like Freddie.
You've been doing well, so I think you are. So let's move forward. Welcome. Your first day starter kit includes 1 high-tech headset and 1 flea collar. Welcome. Your first day starter kit includes 1 high-tech headset and 1 flea collar. Well, Shadow Martin he's got a strained look on his face, like he's trying to take a shit right now. But I think he's just doing that for suspense. Now, he just wrote down the answer. Shadow, do you know what this is?
No clue.
No clue at all. Nothing? Nothing at all?
Nope, nothing.
All right, well, Martin, it's all up to you, brother. What is it?
I'm not sure about the title on this.
You know what, Martin? I'm not sure about a lot of things, but I am sure that you got that right.
Okay.
It is Cats and Dogs. As
Yeah.
you can see there, he's got a nice collar on. Got a high-tech, look at that high-tech headset he got on. That's some Beats by Dre shit he got on right there, man. Cats and Dogs is where We had a whole secret war going on between dogs and cats that us humans couldn't see, and they brought in. That was Tobey Maguire was the voice of a dog.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the voice of the little puppy that they brought in, and he didn't know this world existed or this war existed, but he was such a smart canine that they brought him in. So Martin, you're
So it's
doing
like the
very
Kingsman.
well. It is like the Kingsman. It's the dog version of the Kingsman. All right, that was a bonus right there. And now here's the deal: if Martin had got that wrong, then we probably would have ended the game. But you know what? Here's a little special thing that I want to try right here. Now, for the last one, for the very last one, you can try to go for a bonus, but with this very last one, Martin's not going to do it.
Ooh.
The very last one is going to be up to you, Shadow.
Shadow.
Yeah, we're going to give Martin a break for that last one. So you can either stop and take your winnings now, or you can be very brave and try to answer this last one yourself. Martin's just going to take a nap over here. Now you see how the game's been easy. I actually think that you can do it.
All right, I'll go for it.
All right, let's go for it. All right, give Martin a break.
Come on, you can do it.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna lose all. I know it. I'm gonna lose.
No, you're not.
You're
Let's
not.
try.
No, you're not.
You got to believe in yourself. I'm not continuing until you believe in yourself. Do you believe in yourself?
Heck yes.
Hallelujah.
There you
All
go.
right, let's
There you
go
go.
on then. Our last one
Now we
here.
got a game.
Shadow, welcome. Your first day starter kit includes 1 steak and a pair of pom-poms.
Girl, you got this. You got this. This is all you.
You know this. You got it. You got this. Welcome. Your first day starter kit includes 1 steak and a pair of pom-poms. All right. Shadow, it's all you, baby.
Shadow, you got this.
Martin, do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Martin, if
it was
you
a
do, why don't
movie.
you write it down?
It was a movie and a TV.
Watch it. I don't say nothing. Don't say
Okay,
nothing. Write
all
it down. Write it down. I like Martin spoiling the fucking game. Look at that. Martin's writing it down for you. You think you got it, Shadow? Come on, sweetheart. Just give me an answer. Before the music runs out, I need your answer.
Buffy.
Oh! She did it! You did it! Oh my God, girl, you won! Look at that! You are right. It is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yay! I feel like Kermit the Frog. Everybody, it's the end of the game, and welcome to the Muppet Show. All right. You are a winner. You won.
Now, I got to ask, Shadow, did you know it the whole time? Or did it just come to you at the last minute? Wow.
It just kind of.
And Martin, put up your board right there. Did you get it?
Oh,
Martin got it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now, you're probably wondering how this works out. Buffy, she was brought into the secret war of humans against the vampires. She's like Blade with tits and pom-poms. Blade was a cheerleader. And so she was recruited in to come in and help kill vampires. And no one else knew about this organization except her and her trainer and the people who were involved. So, look at that. Look at that. You won all that money right there. Shadow, you can get off that stage and take a break tonight. You don't have to strip no more. Yeah, sit down and have a drink. It's okay. Hey, have we ever met you before, Shadow?
You have not.
You have not. Okay.
Now, how is that
No,
possible?
I've just been hanging around in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, these yearly parties we have, you never drove it's an hour and a half to Temple?
It's 40 minutes to Temple.
40 minutes, really?
Yeah.
Girl.
Hour and a half, brother. It takes me an hour and a half to get to Waco.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah,
Come on now.
Yeah. And I think people are happy for you. I'm looking at people in the chat. Everybody, well, ain't nobody talking about your ass.
Oh, come on. Man,
Don't lie.
that chat.
I got to shout out to my people in the chat because I love you guys.
All right then. Well, you know what? Even if they ain't shouting out to you, it don't matter because you won.
That's right. You the
can-
winner.
You can rub that in their face right now. So good for you, my girl. Good for you.
Good for you. You did well.
Martin, I believed in her the whole time. I was telling you right from the beginning. I said, that girl, she going to be a winner, man. She going to be something. She going to be somebody.
She gonna
one
go
day.
places.
She going to go places. And I'd be damned she didn't walk out of here with less than $10 in her pocket. But it's okay. It's okay.
You're going to get that ripped $5 bill.
You know what? You keep messing with me.
You get $20 in Korey bucks.
You might get $250. So, hey, I want to thank you for playing. Son, bro. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. You know what? I tell you what. Whatever you get tonight, I will let you know this. it'll go a long way at the Jack in the Box $1 menu. So I want you to go to Jack in the Box or whatever fast food.
It's valid only at the one right down the street.
Yeah. Whatever fast food joint has a $1 menu, you go to the one of your choice and you just party your ass off on us. Oh, I think they're talking about you now. Sombra, queen today. Where is Salt? Sombra is the new king of the chat.
Uh-oh. You don't want to be the king. They assassinate kings.
They said Sombra did right by us. All right. There you go. Look, they do love you. They do love you.
Wait, who's the Shogun of DT?
I don't know. Anyway, people, that is it. Sombra, we hope to see you one day. Our Shadow, we hope to see you hanging out with us one day.
Yes, we do hope for that.
Yeah, we would love to have you come through. If we ever have an event or a party or something.
Or just one Sunday when you're in town. Yeah, have you on the show.
You know what, Shadow, would you ever think about coming on to the show?
Yeah, if I was ever in Austin.
You know, it's goddamn, girl, it's only 40 miles down the road.
Wait, slow down.
So far.
Shadow, do you have a car? Do you have a car? No.
I can't drive. I'm a bad driver.
Okay, see.
Like,
all right, hold on. Let me ask you something. Can you not drive, or do you just drive badly? Like somebody's life is in danger if you're on the road.
Somebody's life is in danger. Multiple people's lives are in danger.
Oh, so your license got revoked?
No, I haven't gotten to the license. I still got my learner's permit.
I was about to say let's tell the truth. You got a DWI, didn't you?
No.
Okay.
I don't drink. I hurt people when I drink.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Forget about that.
Yeah, maybe it's best you keep your ass over there.
Yeah.
Bring that girl over here. All right, everyone. And all right, Shadow, that is it. Shadow, thank you so much for playing. I appreciate that. Had a lot of fun with you tonight.
Thanks for finally calling me.
Oh, no.
I'm glad we could finally find you.
Yeah, now we can stalk you. Now I know where you are. Now that I know your phone number and where you live.
We can give you the Christian Grey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ew, creepy.
You ever had a Christian Grey on your chest? All right. We'll talk to you later, Shadow. All right. Bye-bye.
Sounds like a lot of people are going to die.
Do I look like I give a